So I am laying on the floor of this absolutely filthy room with clumps of cat hair and my own hair and day-old dishes and just trash. And I'm laying here on the floor because I can't feel my legs. And this is the longest day of my life. 9 months into my roller derby career, and I have irreversible injuries. I mean, granted, I wasn't even that good. I never made the team, which is probably exactly why I ended up on the floor in the first place. So these 3 irreversible injuries, the first of which was to my coccyx, which caused nerve damage. And for those of you who might not know what coccyx is, it's tailbone. So it's your tailbone. My second injury was dislocating my right hip, of which led to my third injury as my left leg tried to compensate the dislocation and dislocated itself as well. So I am laying on the floor because I can't feel my legs. And as I'm laying here, I'm having these moments of realization that maybe some of us don't have in our 20s, but I was lucky that I had it when I did, which was, yes, I am in my 20s, and no, I am not immortal. No, I am not infallible. And yes, I may have an injury that I will have to deal with for the rest of my life. And the most important question in this moment was, how do I go to the bathroom by myself? And how do I ask for help? And it's in this moment as I'm laying on this filthy floor and thinking about these things that I get a ping on my phone. And it's Instagram reminding me that one of the people that I follow has uploaded a story. And I look at my phone and I look at Instagram, and it turns out it's a story that my boyfriend at the time, foreshadowing, that my boyfriend at the time had uploaded. Now, my boyfriend was up in Los Angeles visiting our girlfriend for the 16th weekend in a row, while I had been laying there on the floor. And in this story, I'm watching this, and there's a series of images, and the one that strikes me the most is the one of them with matching tattoos. And then a new series of questions starts, and the first one of which is, do you really want to be with this kind of a person that makes a permanent decision with another human being but doesn't involve you unless it's via social media? No. Also, do you want to be that person that is with someone like this? No. And then the last one is, could you live that kind of life? And I'm sitting there and I'm asking myself these questions, and as I'm asking myself these questions, I'm realizing that I can't feel my legs, and it's really hard for me to even feel my own mind because, as is the American way, if you are injured or going through something, we're just gonna hop you full of meds. So I'm laying there on the ground, pumped full of things like Vicodin and oxycodone and cyclobenzaprine as I'm trying to process the reality of what is happening to me in this moment. And the other thing that adds complexity to this is, though we had been together for 9 years, the last 4 of which were intensely abusive, emotionally and mentally. For example, he would say things like, if you ever think about leaving me, I'm just going to kill myself. Or if you ever think about leaving, I'm gonna leave all of your stuff on the street. And then when those types of threats no longer worked, he would say things like, you know that cat that you got me as a present? If you ever leave, I'm gonna take it to the pound and have them put her down because I can't have any remnants of you in my life. And all of these things are coming into my mind, and I can't feel my legs. And I'm laying there on the ground realizing that I don't know how to get out of this situation. And even if I wanted to, can I even physically do it? And I lay there for about 6 hours until I can see the early rays of the sun come over the crests of the Temecula Hills, And I finally take my phone and I ask for help. And I contact my parents and my best friend at the time. And it was one of the hardest things to do, to tell them I needed help. I messed up. And for those 9 years, I know you had no idea what was happening. And it's not important right now. Because all I need from you right now is to show up. Like, just please, just show up. And about an hour later, there's a knock at the door, and I ping on my phone, and my parents are there, and so is my best friend, but I have to open the door. So, I don't know if I can. Like, I don't know if my body remembers what to do, or if I can even trust my own legs because I can't feel them anymore. So I roll over onto my stomach, and I put one hand underneath, and then the other, and I push up as hard as I can. And I push up and I can feel my chest lifting off of the ground. And then I keep pushing and I can feel my stomach lifting off of the ground, and then I stop. And my arms start shaking because I don't know if I can trust my legs to do what I need them to do. And then I keep going and I push. And all of a sudden I notice that my right knee gets up under me. And then my left knee gets up under me. And then I can actually kind of feel the tingle of what I think are toes as they grip the carpet and get that annoying cat hair stuck between them as they push myself up. And then I walk out. And I'm reminded of this longest day of my life, 4 years later, sitting in a hotel in Pankow on a drizzly October 3rd, with all of my life packed into 2 suitcases and petting my stolen cat. And I'm crying because I'm so grateful that I took the courage to ask for help and that I pushed myself up and got out.